This is All India Radio. In the program Spotlight, now we bring you a discussion on All India Conference of DGP and IGP, Policing and Security, Emerging Issues and Challenges. The participants are P.K. Mishra, former Additional Director General, Border Security Force, and Rajesh Laikh, AIR correspondent.
Mr. Mishra, what is the importance of this conference that's going on?
Yeah, today, in fact, is the DG's conference, which has started in National Agricultural Science Complex in New Delhi. After so many years, PM has attended today itself. It is being held at Delhi after holding it at various other places in various states outside. But particularly this time, it is not only being attended by DGs and IGs of the state, but various crime-related officers and intelligence branch officers from various states are virtually also attending this. And this particular time, they are giving emphasis on cyber crime. That is what is happening in India. Particularly, we have seen in the All India Institute of Medical Science in Delhi how cyber attack took place. So cyber crime will be given more importance. And technology in policing, how the development can take place in policing in using various technology and new methods, and particularly counter-terrorism challenges. What are the challenges we are facing in counter-terrorism, particularly in Northeast and in Kashmir? That is also being discussed in length in this meeting. And added to that, the biggest thing is left-wing extremism. The left-wing extremism, what is all there in Odisha and Bihar and Jharkhand and West Bengal and Chhattisgarh, so also in Maharashtra, that will also be discussed. Now, in fact, a lot of posters have come up in Koraput and Malkangiri. Recently, NIA has given the poster of rewarding for those persons who will be giving information about various militants operating in Chhattisgarh and also Odisha. Similarly, in Raipur and also in Chhattisgarh area, they have given posters for 21 militants, and posters were given in Kashmir for 5 militants of Pakistan operating in Kashmir. So these are all new techniques which NIA is doing, and now this left-wing estimate now capacity building. Now, the police, what it was there before 10 years or 20 years, what it should be now or after 10 years, they are also discussing this one and the capacity building of police to face the new scenarios which are coming up in our country. That is being also looked into. And more emphasis is being given this time on prison reforms. The district police and state police and central department and paramilitary forces will be discussing.
This conference is actually a culmination of extensive deliberations involving police and intelligence officers from district, state and national levels on the themes that you mentioned a while back.
Yeah.
Now, the best practices from states and union territories, the themes that are being discussed, are also going to be presented during the conference so that the states can learn from each other. Would you elaborate on this point?
This is the first time now the intelligence wing from all the states and UTs are attending, and they are presenting their best practices which they are adopting in their states and districts and UTs. Lot of field intelligence officers from all the states and UTs, they are attending this meeting, and they are discussing the way they are controlling the crimes and with the new technology, how they are utilizing it on the ground, how the intelligence is being shared from SHO level up to district level, and it is being shared with state level. And then as all the state functionaries are available and the field intelligence officers are available from all over the states, they will gain from the presentation given by each state. Because all state field intelligence officers are available in this particular conference, and number of them, they are virtually present and listening from various states. They will be benefited from the presentations which are given by various states about the new policing policy and using various new technologies, and particularly emphasizing cyber crime, how to curb the cyber crimes in their state, so that these can be adopted by others after getting into the presentation given by other states.
Mr. Mishra, when you mentioned cyber crime, are there any instances that you can recall that are being shared?
Yes, today they are discussing about this cyber crime which is happening in our field army institution, and particularly this All India Institute of Medical Science, where this China, they hacked our AIM server for about 7 to 15 days, and a lot of patients, they were in difficulties, those are waiting for recovery. It is happening in various corporates also. A number of corporates, the servers, they are being hacked by China and Pakistan, and a number of other countries are also doing it. So this cyber crime is now a very important policy discussion, which now in this conference it is being discussed, how to train our police officers to check the cyber crime and to ensure that our servers are not hacked, and how to come to know that who are doing it and from which country it initiates.
The conference has also started discussions on futuristic themes in policing and security to ensure not only safety in the present times, but also to develop the capability to meet emerging issues and challenges. If you could elaborate on that as well, please.
Definitely, now they are stressing on the new challenges of policing in this era. Because the policing which was there before 10 years, things have changed, and things will be changed also after 5 years. So in this coming era also, how the policing, the new challenges will be there for policing, and policing terrorism, to block terrorism, but particularly in Kashmir, what is all happening, and challenges which are there for governance, that is also being looked into. And particularly the accountability of transnational private policing. So can we give it the private policing also? Can it be started in India? That is possible as it is being done in few other countries. And the current policing strategies, do you need any changes in this current policing strategies, and how to develop it and how to amalgamate it with various new technologies? That is being also discussed. And the increase in terrorist acts are there in Kashmir and Chhattisgarh and Bihar and Jharkhand and Odisha and Bengal, the left-wing extremist area. So if the terrorist cases are increasing in those areas, how to face it? Is it supposed to be faced with a force, with more strength, or with less strength, with technology and using the drones and satellites which are being done in Naxalite areas, in left-wing extremist areas? And it's rapid, you see, the threat, it's total. The rapid globalized threat is also there in our, particularly from China angle and from Pakistan angle and from Afghanistan angle, not only in Kashmir, in various other states also, and we are facing a proxy war from Pakistan every time. So if the globalized threat is there, how can we face it? It is a combination of both IB, RNAW and also state intelligence authorities, because we are having a lot of sleeper cells of Hizbul Mujahideen, Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jamaatul Dawa and Jaish Muhammad available all over India, and we have to find it out if the information, if the intelligence are being shared from state to state. It will be very easy to find out this globalized threat on our country. And to give a sense of security to our people is the main object of this conference.
And also the importance of it is such that the Prime Minister has also encouraged the organization of annual DGP conferences all across the country since 2014. So what do you think could be the corrective measures in various themes that are being discussed? Is there anything that you look forward to? What corrective measures in which field will come forward through this conference?
Definitely, I am very sure as Prime Minister is taking lot of interest, and from the beginning he told that he will be attending this, and he has in fact since from the beginning this conference was being held at Delhi only, and he shifted it to various other states and other capitals. And now is he thinking into this as the congregation of all intelligence officers and all DG police and IG police of various states. Definitely it will be in his mind to give a push to the new policing. We will be having a new policing era and techno-savvy police, and also with various reforms in prisons and various counter-terrorism methods. And you see, particularly how to face the left-wing extremists, not with force, but going to interior areas and to find out what are the real problems of this, why people are joining left-wing extremists and what are the real problems these Adivasis and tribals are facing. All these things, they need new emphasis, fresh emphasis, which the police should learn, and it will not be only the police which should act. Police must take the support of local people. That is community policing. That community policing, police reforms and cyber crime and anti-cyber crime and cyber crime, blocking the cyber, that is being given priority in this particular meeting.
Topics being discussed in the conference is the technology in policing. So it is extremely important because the forces behind the scenes and forces behind the extremism or anything to do with our country or acting against our country, they are, in terms of technology, quite high-tech. So what do you think is the role of technology in policing and what is the outcome you're expecting?
Yes, if we find the way left-wing extremists are operating, if we see the way the Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba sleeper cells are operating in our country, they are highly technologized and they have better arms. Some of them in Kashmir, they have better arms than even our paramilitary forces. So it is not only to have to supply new arms to paramilitary forces, it is to see how to challenge it, how to take the challenge of this new technology being adopted by your opposite parties, by Pakistan, this proxy war being utilized by Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed and Jamaat-ul-Daba and our left-wing extremist weapons they are getting from China. So we have to see that our technology, our intelligence grid, our MAC, and our particularly the logistics, which the police logistics, paramilitary logistics, and also utilization of new techniques and new technology, particularly not only arms, like we have in left-wing extremist area. I have seen in Chhattisgarh and Odisha, drones and satellites, they are controlling the communication system. Communication is a very big thing which has to be looked into because communication between all these left-wing extremist affected states, we have Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, Maharashtra, they are they are police, those who are there in the field, they are having better communication now. So we have to look into communication, upgradation of communication system. And also, the MAC has to be guided how to have to share the intelligence, field intelligence from one state, from the SHO level of one particular field to another particular field.
What I hear you say is that the capacity building is extremely important as we go forward. What about the prison reforms? If you could club the two, please.
The present reform, the capacity building you are telling that this is being looked into, but the prison reform, because the old views that those who have gone to the prison, they are qaidis. No, certainly not. They have to be educated. Education doesn't mean that they have to be taught English or they have to be taught grammar. They have to be taught how to come back to the society, how to do something for the society, how to do something for the country. They have done a mistake, but how to change their mind. The mind change has to be there for these prisoners, and also various reforms. The prison is not there to give punishment to the prisoner. It is there how they can produce something, how they can look after themselves, how can they look after something for the need of the society. So they are doing it. Particularly, I have seen in Nagaland jail, in Kohima jail, they are doing much better for the society. Even there are some prisoners who are educated enough, they are teaching the other prisoners. It's a fantastic thing which I have seen
it personally. That's a step in the right direction. Thank you so much, Mr. P.K. Mishra, for being with us.
Thanks of it. Thank you.
You were listening to a discussion on All India Conference of DGP and IGP, Policing and Security, Emerging Issues and Challenges. The participants were P.K. Mishra, former Additional Director General, Border Security Force, and Rajesh Laikh, AIR correspondent. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of All India Radio. You can listen to it on our mobile app, News on AIR. This program is also available on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official. You may email your opinion about this program at airnsttalks@gmail.com.